time watch Top Shot, which has been very exciting as every week comes along, and challenges, and each shooter have gone through a lot, psychologically, competitively. I think that's one of the great things about Top Shot. Today I'm not going to talk about the third episode. I'm actually going to talk about the second episode. I'll be a little bit behind, but a lot of work, and as you know, work it goes first. And you guys, I know I love you, but I need to do my things. Anyway, most people wonder how I can remember. Obviously watching on TV kind of refresh my mind about everything that had happened. But I have to tell you a secret. This is my secret. As you know, and as I mentioned before, Colby tweeted last year in August that we were filming Top Shot All-Stars Season 5. So it's almost a year ago. It's impossible to remember everything that, like for instance, what did I eat, what did I do during my free time and all that stuff. But here's my secret. Here I wrote everything I did, from the moment I woke up, what time I woke up, what did I eat, what happened, who made breakfast, who cooked, who made the dinner and all that stuff, because it's such a great experience that I didn't want to leave any little aspect. So one thing I actually, even though I made the previous video, today is the day that I actually kind of pull it out my notebook and say, you know what, let me check it out again and see what did I write. And I put this, I don't know if you can read it. It says Top Shot, Season 5, Gabby Franco. And I put Back to the Great Adventure. That was the first thing I wrote. And yes, it is. An adventure is just like that. You don't know if it's going to be good, you don't know if it's going to be bad. You just don't know what's going to happen. That's why there are adventures. And I love adventures. So on the second episode, we did trick shots. And I also have had questions, and they asked me, why didn't I shoot the axe, and why did I shoot the pipes? I consider every stage was difficult. They have their own difficulty. The pipes were small, and besides wearing small, the revolver was shooting high for me. And after I talked to Chris and Joe, they also confirmed, yeah, Gabby, I mean, for Joe, I think it was a little bit to the high right, and for Chris and I, it was high left, which is, a little bit off, which is a normal mistake in shooting. So we knew there was certain things on the revolver, but like everything, we all deal with the same thing, and we just need to make it happen. So I was going through my notes, and I wrote that I was a little bit nervous because Kelly told me that perhaps in the challenge the target were going to be smaller than my practice targets. My practice targets were circle, like lollipops, and the competition was the pipes. So if you think about it, you might say, okay, but she didn't have any problem. The thing is that when you're aiming and you're pointing, you have your point of reference to a specific target. Your mind said, okay, I'm going to aim to the corner, to this corner. But when you change the shape of the target, it kind of throws you off a little bit, okay? I don't know if that makes sense for you, if you can understand if you follow me. But that's pretty much what I felt. And that's why in my first shot, I aimed lower. On my targets, on the practice targets, which circle, I think were smaller than the challenge, okay? Obviously the challenge was longer, this is circle. So I had to aim off the target, kind of here, a little bit down to hit up. So when you have that difference between the target and your point of aim, and now you change the shape of the target, your point of reference changes. So I aim a little bit lower, thinking that my shot were going to be, more or less as the other one. And actually I tried to make it kind of safe. I was playing into a safe mode. I said, okay, let me go a little bit lower. I'm pretty sure I can hit, somewhere. And I didn't. I actually had to aim in the other shots a little bit higher, just a tiny bit, and that's how I hit and I blew off the targets. If you notice on Chris and Joe's shots, they hit just the top because, like I said, the revolver was shooting low. So those are the few difficulties that we have to go through in this type of competition. Is it fair? Is it not fair? We're all on the same table, so we have to figure it out. And I think perhaps it makes the challenge more interesting for the shooter. It's not only, making a perfect shot, it's also putting your head into it that, you have to adjust yourself to that particular firearm. So I have to say William Bethard is one of the few shooters that I really admire. I actually felt very proud when he called me to be part of his team. I didn't want him to let him down. I said, I don't know what do I need to do, but I need to hit these targets. Not only for me, as in for the team, but I have such a respect for William Bethard, who is not only, even though he's older than me, we talk about Olympic shooting as if we train together. So like in season 4, William Bethard will be a person, a very smart, intelligent person, a knowledgeable shooter that I would sit next to it, talk about great shooting, precision, technique, mindset, about what goes through your mind while you're shooting, what you should think, what you shouldn't think. So, when we were debating between him and myself who should do the axe shot, and because at the end those two, the axe shot and pipe shots, were a little bit tricky. They require a lot of precision, and we both are precision shooters, especially on pistol. So he shot for the pipes, and he actually told me, Gabby, I feel good, and he felt good and all that, and so we said, okay, perfect. When it came to the competition, there was no question that he could do it. He didn't do it, but that's something that any shooter, any competitor at any given time can go through. I'm not saying because I admire him as a shooter, but because I'm a competitor, because I went to different competitions worldwide, because I thought I were going to win and I didn't, because several times I went and I didn't bring a medal back to my country. So I know what it is. Sometimes it doesn't really determine the quality of your shooting. What it really determines the quality of your shooting is how you keep going and no giving up. Okay, so when we went to the proving ground, we lost. Our team lost, and we had to go to the proving ground. We had to shoot with this old rifle, 60 yards. This is not a precision rifle. People that are very familiar with this rifle, it's not necessarily a precision rifle. And unfortunately, because of the time on TV and all that stuff, they perhaps you couldn't see the angle between the shooter and the target. So the shooter is here and the target was uphill. One of the things that I did, and I'll have to say, what did I do? My shot was the first of the closest shot to the target, followed by William Bethard. And like I said, that's why I admire him. He's an amazing shooter. But one of the things that I did as a shooter was first setting up my position and not moving. When I stand down, prepare my rifle, and then I stood up, I kept my feet in the same position. I knew that we were going to go back I was gonna sit in the same position. So I went back to my rifle, and I don't know what I had in my mind, but at the beginning I felt the rifle a little bit kind of moving around. I don't know why, trying to find the point of aim, and something kind of told me, why don't you push the rifle to the sandbags, almost kind of having like a bipod, supporting not only the rifle, the barrel of the rifle, but also the stock of the rifle, in that way to guarantee an accuracy in the rifle with the accurate shot. Would have had the right decision or not? Did the other shooters did it? I don't know. Actually, I haven't talked to them about that, but I think that would have made a big difference. Also, because of my size, I was able to go down a little bit lower, and perhaps, I don't know, that could have been one of the reasons why I have a great point of aim. And obviously, with that said, you have good, you must have a nice, very good side picture and perfect trigger control to make a great shot. One of the things that's also sometimes fans don't pay attention to, if you pay attention to the target. The target, okay, is, you know, a circle, like a regular silhouette circle target, but it's divided in colors. So you have yellow, green, black, and it's all like that. The effect, when you're looking at it, everything looks weird. I can't even explain it. It really looks different. It's, you know, it's the effect that it does. It looks like some colors come, some others are down. So it's a very tough competition, and I like it because of that, you know. I want to read something from here. Okay, let me see. That I remember. Something that she wrote on my notebook. Oh well, here you can see more or less. I actually wrote this in Spanish because I didn't want the guys to read it. But you can see that in the competition, I don't know if you can see it, this is me and the target goes high. So basically that's what it was. One thing that she wrote on my notebook, and he said, to accomplish great things, we must not only act but dream, not only plan but also believe. And I think that that's great. Top Shot All Stars has been a great challenge for me. As you can see, I don't like to be, when I'm competing, I want to be seen as a competitor. I don't want anyone to say, oh, she's a girl, just let her do, or easier for her. No, I don't. I don't like that. I really try to, you know, go next to the guy. Certain things I know I have to say. It's not that I can't do physically, I can't do, and I do try my hard, my best, but what I always try is to overcome my own fears. If I feel something is keeping me, holding me back, I always think, what is that? This episode is just, second episode is very exciting. It's the second time I go to Proving Ground. Not as because I shot bad. You know, the whole team went down, and like Kelly, he did a great job, but he had to go to Proving Ground. So Proving Ground not necessarily means that you shot bad. It's just, you know, it just means that you are there for one reason or another, or some other shooter shot better than you. And psychologically it's hard being second in a row there, but at the same time it prepares you mentally to keep going. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to be talking more about the next episode in the other video, okay? Thank you guys. If you have any questions, just write down. I'm going to make a separate video about the questions. Thank you so much. Bye.